Hello there. I'm in my room, in my lair, in my bed. See how long this position lasts. Tugging into my binaural mics to know how it sounds. Hopefully better than the last one. So, yeah. Let's hang out for a second. I want to say first thank you for everyone who participated in my little poll. It's really nice. Yeah, I don't even know what I meant. What I meant by it, but I don't know. Sometimes I just want to work, wake up in the morning and work until I go to sleep. And that way I can feel productive, but I don't have to see anyone. Don't have to interact with anyone or anything. I don't have to even shower if I don't want to. I like showers, but I don't like washing my hair that often. It's kind of a chore. It takes a lot of effort. But most of the time, I just wake up, go to the computer, start editing, and stay in my pajamas. So, depression. I don't know. It's actually not essentially that. It's like, I'm kind of a social phobe. There's a lot of attention online, being a YouTuber or whatever you want to say. So, sometimes my default state is to be very cynical. So, it's hard for me to do the whole, this kind of self-help personality that these ASMR artists have adopted, and I've adopted for myself for whatever reason. Sometimes I am in a genuine good mood, and sometimes I'm not, and I'd rather not put up a front and lie, essentially, to you. So, that's why I'll stay away to get into my projects, and I progressively come up with more and more things that I can do to improve upon it, so I can stay in my creative hole and not have to come out. It is what it is. I'm not sorry. I am sorry, actually. I mean, I'm sorry for you guys, for people who I feel indebted to. I keep saying that over and over again. I owe you guys so much, and I feel a lot of shame sometimes. Because I can't get things together, and I'm very ambitious, and they take longer than I think, and I always think that everybody thinks I'm just fucking off and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And sometimes that's true. It's not. It's like I find something really crushing, so I'll just, my brain just wants to switch focus. My mic fell. Yeah, so my brain wants to switch focus to some other project. kind of backfires most of the time. I just feel like I'm not getting anything done. I just showed you some other things that I've been thinking and working on instead. So I've actually been trying to fix that problem with myself so I can focus. So I'm on gabapentin, and I was on it before, and I pulled back, and I was on Zoloft too, because I was feeling a lot more suicidal, like I was legitimately worried to be around certain things like balconies and stuff, because it kind of like makes you feel dead inside, but very focused. Like, I find that gabapentin, it opens up your periphery. I said this to somebody recently. It opens up your periphery so you are more aware of your surroundings if you have anxiety or something. It's actually for neurological things. I'll explain why it's a good medication for me, I think. It opens up your periphery so you are more aware of things over here and here, and like your consciousness opens up to being, just taking in more of a reality instead of being inside your mind. I find that my daydreams have, I used to think I was like a compulsive daydreamer, and now I basically killed my daydreams. So it does make you focused on where you are, makes you feel physical reality more. And if you are maybe a little sad, that could be a bad thing, right? Because then you're like, I get it, I understand, and I see everything now. I know what I need to do. And if that means ending your life, then that's not so good. So I pulled back, went off the Zoloft, and now I'm back increasing the gabapentin. But now it's spread out throughout the day. And I'm having the same kind of thing. But it's okay, don't worry. I am good at controlling my behavior. And you can feel kinds of depression and wanting to kill yourself. But if you don't do it, I mean, it's distracting, obviously. It's not as intense, it's just, I notice these things. But I also notice a lot of benefit, too. So, we'll see where it goes. For me, last time, it was, the longer I was on it, the more I felt like that. But, yes. My, shoulders hurt from propping myself up. Oh, my back. I had, some burritos. I had 2 of them. My vegan burritos. Oh, the fan's gonna go off. Why don't you hold on a moment for that to be over? Okay. Now I have no idea what we were talking about. So let's just change the subject. Yes. Depression. What I've been doing has been to kind of find out who I am, my identity. And one of the ways is to go back in my family lineage. I don't know. I think I'm kind of going towards spirituality and stuff like that. In culture, idea that there's this type of energy that connects you to your bloodline and the place of origin for that bloodline, and that would be Scotland. So, I've been reading this. It is called a Celtic religion in pre-Christian times, and it's already pretty dirty. Oh, my arm. It's too bad because I really like the aesthetic of the book. Now you see, I'm descended from the clan Campbell, and they are a very infamous clan in Scotland, very treacherous and duplicitous, and not very honorable in the things that they did. But my way of rectifying this is to go to pre-Christian times, because most of the things that I've learned, I need to know more about them, that they did bad was basically for Protestantism. So I have my own issues with the Protestant church. No offense to anybody, but my name before used to be on YouTube Whisper Meanister with 2 E's, M-E-E-N, Meanister. And Ardranila means noble ruler, if you don't know. Most people who have been following me know that. So, they are Gaelic names. And I dropped the Neela because it makes them more aesthetic palindrome, in my opinion. The shorter name, easier to remember, I guess. And also, I don't really want to do the whole ruler thing. I like noble, but I don't know about ruler. Don't think that's the vibe. Maybe I want to be a ruler, but I don't necessarily want to do that on my channel. So, yeah. I haven't researched my other family names. So things like my English heritage, I'm not very excited by that. And maybe even my Dutch heritage. That might be cool. But I don't think anything else is going to be as cultured as the clan Campbell. So, yeah, this book is tiny. I haven't read it all yet, so they're just getting into animism. And, yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna go in the direction of paganism. I keep knocking this mic down, sorry. I don't know if it's gonna go to paganism. I hope so. But I don't like hokey paganism. I want to find something, just something more dignified. True. Cobalt. So, yeah, that's one thing I've been doing, and it's related to depression too, and identity, and all of that stuff, and what I want to do with my channel. I had to abandon a lot of things, and I just sort of grew out of them as well. Like, seem to be inspired and have ambitions related to infectious disease, but at this point I think it's time to move on. So that's what I do. That's what I've done. I have plans, but I don't want to. I'm already giving way too much information, more than I should, so don't forget that I'm saying all of this. But yeah, another thing that I've been doing. Oh my gosh, can I do this? I've been doing this almost daily, and I fall in and out of being able to successfully mindfuck myself into actually believing it's real. And when it's real, and I get favorable things, which I usually have been doing, been getting good cards, it does create the illusion that everything is meaningful, and that there is an invisible force in the world that you can tap into and out of. The belief isn't very stable in someone like me, but whatever. So it's sterile. And I heard, or I was told that you should find a tarot deck with art and mythology that appeals to you. And that was this. The Wild Unknown. Comes with a guidebook. I like the gender neutral terms. Sorry, not gender neutral. It's, what if they've included more female characters. Oh, this was weird because the motor stopped. I thought my mic stopped. Anyway, so they have more female suits. What do you call them? Anyway, so you have Daughter of Cups, Son of Cups, Mother of Cups, and then Father of Cups. Of course, it's still patriarchal, which is whatever, but I do like that. They have the, as my friend would say, the binary male, female, or female, male, female, male. Instead of just the one female energy. And I know that might offend someone, that I could even dare to say such a thing. Must be SJW brainwashing in this video. But again, this is all relative to what your mythology is and what you connect to. And that's just something. Many characteristics of this. It was primarily the art. I didn't even think about that when I first got it. I just liked the art. Thought it was the best that I could find at the time. I think it's, you know, how would you say? it's not too modern or ostentatious like a lot of these modern tarot decks are. I don't know, kitschy, yeah. And I like that this looks like it's done with ink, so it seems more traditional, more like it was done in a dark room somewhere by a druid. I put that back upside down. I don't think it matters, because we could find an upside down card. So, we can do my card of the day. Let's do it. Well, let's do a card for all of us. How about that? You must feel it. I believe I get better results if I feel it. Feel the spirit. And I'm clumsy when I shuffle, so just one card. Concentrate. A card for me and my viewers. Whoever may be viewing me right now. Just for us. Just you and me. I'm gonna cut to 3. Just sort of like that. These mics are picking it up, so it's just okay. This one. The Chariot. So this is the major arcana. It's the Chariot. Let's see what the guidebook says about it. Our card, the Chariot. The Chariot. Strong will, triumph. The Chariot is your confidence, your will, and your inner warrior. At points in your life when you felt the bliss of achievement or triumph, you are riding on his back. Build a relationship with this part of yourself. My mouth is watering. Try to see, in quotes, the chariot inside yourself. The more focused your mind, the easier it is, or it will be, to sense his presence and stay mounted on his back. Mounted. With a fixed gaze and sure footing, you'll be headed toward all you dream of. That's our card. It's a good one. I think so. Let me put everything away. I'll be right back. So, the final thing that I've been consuming with my mind has been, so stupid, has been this book. So, I guess one of the ways that I want to be happier, first way, identity, finding out who you are in some way that is focusing on this ear. second, let me finish my thought. In a way that transcends time and space. So blood ancestry is one thing. That's really hard to say. Blood ancestry. And then second is that there is a spiritual type of force in the universe. And 3 is the universal truth that is objective and knowable. It came on again, my bad. Do you want to keep going? How loud is that? It's pretty loud. Okay, let me wait. And we're back again. I've already forgotten what I was gonna say, or what I was saying. Yes, it's 3, number 3, in my quest for happiness is a objective, ineffable truth that exists in physical reality, which can be obtained or can be seen or known through the pursuit of knowledge of the 7 liberal arts. And this is quadrivium. It's about the 4 classical liberal arts of number, geometry, music, and cosmology. So, yeah, they're all... let me see. See, I haven't gotten that far. I make lots of notes, though, so... There's one thing I wanted to touch on. Okay. So, yeah, quadrivium. In other words, is arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. What are the other ones, though? This book kind of talks about the concept of wholeness. So the liberal arts and knowledge needs to sort of be guided by the concept of what's true, what's good as an ethical, and what's beautiful. And that all leads to a feeling of wholeness. So you have the quadrivium, which is the 4 liberal arts, and then you have the trivium, the other 3, which is logic, grammar, and rhetoric. So you have these 7 liberal arts. And then it says that I need to look this up too, is the practical arts. So things like medicine and architecture that are considered the practical arts. So, things like sacred geometry. These are things that reference a objective reality inherent in the way the universe works. So, I guess maybe, I don't want to say beauty standards, but the Fibonacci sequence is kind of an example of that, where it's, you look at it and you're like, this is art, right? But it represents something in reality. And you have sacred geometry. So certain symbols, and it's controversial, but one of the most universal symbols is that of the wheel. And you might be like, what is controversial about that? Well, it's because the entire issue with the not using the swastika was that they laid claim to the symbol because it was one of the most universal symbols across the globe, and people were fighting. And this is not in the book. I wrote a paper on this in university. So they were fighting about who had the earliest known representation or usage of the swastika type shape. And the Nazis, I guess, they thought it was the Aryans. I'm actually learning about the Aryan Europeans in the Celtic religion book. They're actually, that's who the Celtic language, I think they propagated that. I don't know, I have to keep reading. By the way, it's not like the whole thing with the Aryans. It's like, again, it's something that the Nazis co-opted. It's not related to social Darwinism like that. Not really explicitly. Anyway, so there's the idea that certain shapes have universal meanings, and therefore can be found all over the planet because of it. So, if you look at those shapes and you study them numerically, or how they relate to their points of origin, like when you do geometry and stuff, well, that's not what it's called, but then if you look at that information, you can come to like some sort of conclusion about, I don't know, shapes. I don't know. It's mathematical, and I just suck at that. Anyway, I'm getting a little excited, too excited. So, I had a brain fart just there. Basically, I was just saying, you can infer certain rules about the universe based on, or about aesthetics, looking at these shapes, geometric shapes, that other cultures have come to use in their culture or religion. So, yeah. And the entire point of studying anything is to find that universal truth. So this, you might ask yourself, what does music have to do with numbers, geometry, and cosmology? And that is because music is all about numbers. And you can also find that all of the music theory is proven, not all of it, but the majority of it has been proven to be true, because it develops independently throughout the planet. Different cultures that had no contact with each other sort of adhere to the same rules of the pentatonic scales and stuff like that. Integrate all of this into whatever I do, because it's it might not be new or interesting, but it's authentic and it's true, and it remains stable and true. So those three things: ancestry. I'm not gonna wake up one day and decide I'm no longer a Campbell. I am a, like, that's not my last name, by the way, don't even try. So, not that I care, you're my patrons. We're like this. But some lurkers are out there. So, yeah, I'm not gonna wake up and not be a Campbell anymore. That will be part of me for the rest of my life, whether I like it or not. And then the second one, maybe that will change. I may not feel any connection to tarot or anything else like that. So it's not stable either. And then this stuff is all about things in the universe that I couldn't possibly change if I wanted to, and that exist beyond me and are true beyond me. So that's stable. Oh, I really feel like there's so many things. Sorry. There's so many things to learn about, theories, ideologies, and I don't have enough time for it all. And then I have to learn the opposing view of that to have any understanding of the greater context and why they develop, usually in reaction to each other. So I get overwhelmed and then I go into nihilism, or nothing matters, nothing means anything. So this is the answer, I think. Anyway, what do you think of all that? What is your answer? I'm gonna have to stop now. I'm very excited. I'm usually not very excited, but I've been excited while reading this. We'll see how long that lasts. But when I get excited, my cheeks become flushed. So, my mouth is making weird noises again. Okay. So, kinda got distracted, but that's fine. Do you want to talk about maybe gabapentin some more? Maybe some people have medications they're on, so let me know. Okay, bye bye.